my beautiful friend. Welcome back to the Identity Glow Up podcast. It is me, your host, Paige Harper, and I am here to help you become your most magnetic, amazing, next level, badass identity ever. And I'm so excited to bring you today's episode. It's going to be so freaking incredible. But before we get started today, if you could just take just a minute and make sure that you are subscribed. If you're not already, go make sure you're subscribed to the podcast and or YouTube. Leave a 5-star rating and review. Please be nice with your reviews. And just go and leave comments, all the things. Spotify, you can actually leave comments. It just helps the podcast reach so many other amazing women just like yourself. So if you could go and do that for me, I would be so freaking grateful. Share to your stories, tell your friends all about it. Let's grow this freaking community even more than it is already. I am so grateful to see the numbers continuing to go up on my little app that tracks all of the things, and to see this community growing already is just, it just warms my heart, and it's so freaking amazing. So let's make it even bigger and better, and let's just make every woman feel like the boss bitch that she is. So subscribe, share, all of the things, and make sure you're following me on Instagram, TikTok, Threads. Like I've said the last couple of weeks, I freaking love Threads right now. Threads, I have a broadcast channel that I just changed the name of from Your Identity Glow Up to, I think I call it the Boss Bitches Club or something. I don't know. I was in a mood, but a good mood, but in a boss bitch mood. So I was changing all of the things. So make sure you're following me in all the places. Oh, as always, all of those links are in the show notes. So happy Tuesday. And it's so weird because I'm actually recording this on a Tuesday. I feel very off. I'm very type A, where I like a schedule. I like things to be routine, which is great when it comes to growing my business and having these habits that most people can't stick to. It's a lot easier for me to stick to them, working out every day, things like that, and even doing stuff for my business. So the fact that I'm having to record this on a Tuesday because Monday was a holiday and I was with my family, it's very weird. And I'm not going to lie, I've had to start this recording probably 4 times now because I just couldn't. I don't know what was happening. It just words were not forming and things were going wrong and all of that. So we are on the right track now. We're a couple minutes in. That's better than the last couple takes have been, but happy Tuesday. I have had such an incredible last couple of days. My son's birthday was this past Saturday, and so we had a birthday party. The weather here in the Midwest has not been the best, but it was still amazing. We had the holiday, so I got to spend some time with my family, all of that. But on top of that, I'm feeling, and I think I talked about this last week too, but I'm feeling so many manifestation moments happening all around me lately, and I literally cannot deal. Cannot deal. I'm in the process of planning so many amazing episodes for you right now, and where I'm also not just solo episodes, but where I'm also interviewing some kick-ass amazing women. I actually just had a podcast interview where I was interviewed yesterday, and then I'm going to have her come on my podcast as well. So watch out for that. I will share it in my Instagram stuff, stories, all of the things once that happens. But watch out for that. So I am just I've always wanted to have a podcast. And now not only do I have it, but also I'm being interviewed on other podcasts and I'm interviewing other amazing women. It's just manifestation after manifestation after manifestation. So freaking cool. But I don't know. I'm just so mind blown that this is all happening for me right now. I actually have a goal. I talked about this yesterday in my Instagram stories. I have a goal, and I don't think I've talked about it here, but anyway, where I want to be on 20 podcasts this year. I want to be interviewed on 20 podcasts. That is my goal. That is my big dream. That is what I'm manifesting right now or more. So if you know someone, if you have a podcast or you know someone in the podcast world, hit a girl up. Let a girl know, because I would love to know, especially somebody that would vibe with me, obviously vibe with my personality. I know I'm a lot. I know I'm out there. I know I'm very loud. But if they would vibe with me, if we get along, whatever, let a girl know, because I am currently in the process of making sure I hit that goal, because it's a manifestation that I am doing. So let's get right into it, because I don't want to make this episode too long. So today we are talking all about how I feel there are too many women out there that are in the habit of playing small. And I know personally, for my Instagram, for my YouTube, for my podcast, all of the things, we're not here for that vibe. I honestly don't have time for that vibe. No offense. But I am someone that always plays big. I am someone, especially recently, I am someone who is constantly on her A game as much as I can control it, right? I'm constantly trying to do Ooh, trying, gross. I am constantly doing the work. I don't like the word trying around here if you didn't realize that, but I'm constantly doing the work. I'm constantly putting myself out there, all of those things. And I have been talking a lot about discipline over the last couple weeks or so, I guess. And so I wanted to make sure that I brought it to the podcast as well, because I feel like discipline is huge. And there's not enough people, not enough women that have the discipline that they need in order to hit the goals that they want to hit. Because without discipline, your business is going to light on fire and crash and burn. It is. Your business without discipline is going to crash and burn. And I know that from experience. I also know that from coaching people, right? And I just see it online, see it on the internet, see it on the interwebs. So I've been hearing a lot about women talking about how they need to be more disciplined or they're just not disciplined enough. And honestly, I feel like it's a bunch of bullshit. It's a bunch of bullshit because it's a big excuse. It's a big excuse that like, oh, well, I'm not hitting the goals that I want to hit because I'm not disciplined enough. Like I'm sorry. That's just so many excuses. But also, you are disciplined. You are disciplined. But the question is are you disciplined in the quote unquote wrong things? And now I'm not meaning wrong in a way of like there's a right and a wrong, because I believe like, especially in growing a business and living your life however you want to, like, I don't believe there is one right only way to live a life. There's one right only way to grow a business, all of those things. I mean it more in the way of like, are you consistent? Like, what are you consistent in? Are you consistent in things that are actually going to grow you, or are you consistent in things that are keeping you stuck? So what are you disciplined in? What are you disciplined in? Are you disciplined in procrastinating? And disciplined as in like you do it consistently. You are consistent in that thing. You do that thing no matter what, right? So are you disciplined in procrastinating? Are you disciplined in playing small? Are you disciplined in second guessing yourself? Are you disciplined in overthinking, constantly overthinking, like overthinking everything that could go wrong? Are you disciplined in waiting for motivation, waiting for that spark to hit, waiting for that little burst of inspiration? Are you disciplined in talking yourself out of the life that you say that you want? Because that's what I see a lot of people are disciplined in. If you say you're not disciplined, my guess is you're not disciplined in the things that are going to get you to your next level life, but you are disciplined. You're just disciplined in making a bunch of bullshit excuses. And what I need you to understand is that whatever you repeatedly do, whatever you are disciplined in, whatever you repeatedly do becomes your identity. That becomes who you are. That becomes like the little name badge that you get from like the Dollar Tree or like Walmart or something that has like, hi, my name is blank. That's who you are. You are creating this identity based off of what you are disciplined in. And some of you have unknowingly built an entire identity around excuses. Like, ouch, rude. I hope that called you out a little bit. Have you built an entire identity around your bullshit excuses? Let that sink in for a minute. Let that sink in. Call yourself out, right? Take ownership over this. There are too many people that don't take ownership. This identity that you are creating on a daily basis is determining where you go next in life. It's determining what you are going to do. It's determining who you are going to be. It's determining how successful you are, what you accomplish, the money you make, and everything in between. That's what this identity from your discipline creates. So you have created exactly who you are and where you are right now based off of what you have been disciplined in. And I feel like we live in this world right now where excuses are the norm and coddling ourselves or allowing other people to coddle us is acceptable. Like, oh, you're tired? Psh, no worries. Just relax, girl. Go relax. You've done enough today. You're stressed? No problem. No problem. Just turn on the TV, have a drink, like relax. You're a procrastinator. You know what? Everyone is. Just fix it next time. Just don't procrastinate next time. Just try again next time. Just start over next time. You're overwhelmed, girl. It's because you're doing too much. You're doing too much. You need to take a break. You deserve it. Take a break. Can you tell that I've been told those things too? all of that coddling, whether you're doing it to yourself or whether you're doing it like hearing it from other people, it's usually, first of all, coming from a place of love, especially if it's from other people that love us. It's coming from a place of love and they're seeing that we are doing so much and they're like, holy shit, how can you do that? There's no way possible. Take a break. Take a break. You're going to overwhelm yourself. Oh no, because they don't want us to be in pain. They don't want us to experience any kind of negativity. And so they want us to take a break, right? But like, we know. You know deep down what you are capable of. Don't tell me that you don't. You know deep down what you are capable of, and you know whether or not you're making an excuse for yourself. I am tired right now. I'm not going to lie to you. I have caffeine sitting over here. I am tired right now because I am completely off. I normally record these podcasts, like I said, on a Monday, but also I usually record it first thing in the morning when I have my most energy. Right now it is almost noon, and I am like, I'm tired. I would love to just sit down. My kids are at daycare today. I'm like taking a break. I'm off work today. Like, let me just take an extra little minute and watch TV. Let me turn on The Summer I Turned Pretty because I've read the books and I'm watching the shows right now. And like, let me just watch that. Like, that is where my brain is automatically going. My eyes are like, just take a rest. Just rest for a minute. But my brain is like, no, bitch, get moving. Because I've trained myself to get to that point. I've trained myself to have this discipline. And you know what? You promised yourself you are going to do this podcast today. You promised your people, your community, that you were going to put a podcast out every single Tuesday. And guess what? Maybe I didn't put it out at 4:30 in the morning like I normally do, but it's still going to come out. It's still going to come out on a Tuesday because I get to choose what I'm disciplined in. And I am disciplined in trusting myself and doing the things that I say I'm going to do. That is why I'm as confident as I am. That is why I have had the success that I've had. That is why I am who I am. Because I don't allow my excuses to take control. I don't allow my discipline to be something out of excuses or out of like lowering my standards. That's not who I am. And it's because I've called myself out on it. So if you don't have anybody to call yourself out on it, hey, I'm your girl, I'm going to call you out on it. Not out of a place of like, hate, not out of a place of judgment, but out of a place of so much love because I needed someone to call me out on it too. And I didn't have that until I got a coach, until I had someone be like, listen, this is not okay, until I started to call myself out on it. So I am that person. I am that person for you, or at least I hope I am, right? Because all of that coddling is allowing yourself to have an excuse-led identity that is keeping you stuck as just a shell of who you could be. Like just a shell of who you could be. And unless you stop with the excuses. If you stop with the excuses, you could be a whole damn human. But right now, you're just a shell of who you could be, a shell of possibility. Okay? People are out there saying like, oh, well, I'm trying. I'm trying. You know how much I hate that word. I'm trying. I'm doing my best. Don't bullshit yourself. Don't bullshit yourself. Because I feel like it's not that they're lying to everyone around them by saying they're trying or they're doing their best, right? They're not intentionally lying. Because a lot of people genuinely think that they are trying their best. But the thing is that they are lying to themselves. They are lying to themselves. They are in such a habit of playing small that any little action they take is celebrated and they think it's enough. And then they stop. And I'm not saying that small actions shouldn't be celebrated. I actually tell my clients a lot that small actions should be celebrated. However, what I'm against is small actions being celebrated and then be like, cool, I'm done. That was enough for me. Done. No, the small actions being celebrated is meant to get you to get your ass continuing to move and be like, okay, I did that. Now watch what I can do. Now I'm going to take it to the next level, right? You have to keep going, not just have one action, celebrate and be like, okay, cool. And like live off that high for a hot second, have it not lead anywhere. And then like using it as proof that like, oh, well, you tried. I guess you're not good enough. I guess you can't do it. That's where I'm not okay with it. And that's where a lot of people stay. The habit of playing small is affecting your actions. It's affecting your mindset. It's affecting your identity. It's affecting your success. And so it's time for you to recognize it for what it is. The habit of playing small and using excuses and all of those things, it's just discipline in the wrong direction, in the wrong path. And your habits, I want you to think of the habits that you have on a regular basis. The habits of showing up or the habits of not showing up. The habit of snoozing your alarm or the habit of getting your ass up right away. Like, what are those habits that you have? Because the habits that you have are going to expose your priorities. Like, if I was a fly on your wall and I saw what you were doing behind the scenes on a regular basis, not on social media where you're doing like a overview of like all the positive things, but all of the things that are actually happening on a regular basis, and I saw all of your habits, I would be able to expose and tell you what your priorities are. For me, people could see that my priorities are being a coach, developing a coaching business and a business that I love and I'm obsessed with and I want to have like grow bigger and bigger and bigger because of how obsessed I am about it, and also being the best damn mom and wife that I possibly could be. Okay? The actions that I take, the habits that I have, the excuses that I don't allow myself to hold on to, that will show you that like my priorities are in those places, are to be a relentless bitch, but also to have this rooted life in who I'm becoming and who I am as a mom and a wife. And the more that you stay disciplined and playing small and having these excuses and all of that, the more that it shows that your priorities are aligned to staying in the life that you are currently living. When you have excuses, when you have priorities that are like, oh, well, shrinking, shrinking, it is showing your brain like, oh, hey, we're actually cool staying exactly where we are right now. We're actually good with staying right here in this little bubble that we have, playing small. Even when you say you want something different, if your priorities say otherwise, if your excuses say otherwise, you're not going to get the thing that you want. Your brain has rehearsed these excuses over and over and over again to the point where they almost feel like normal to you. They feel legitimate. They feel like, oh, well, it's not an excuse. It's an actual truth. This is the truth. Here's my proof. They feel valid. You have been rehearsing. You have been rehearsing the lines of someone with a storyline where the main character, which you are the main character in your own story. So I want you to think of it like you are rehearsing the lines of this story where the main character lives a half-assed life. But you are the author of your own story. You're the director of your own play, of your own movie. You get to change. You get to decide, hey, I was this character. I was the main character of my story, but yet I was also like choosing to live a half-assed life. Let's do a plot twist and actually decide to step it up. Actually decide to be the woman that doesn't allow herself to have an excuse anymore. Like you can rewrite the script completely at this point. Again, plot twist. Make people be like, what the hell? What's happening? Who is she? What? She's doing what now? You get to do that. You can change the ending. You can change the middle. You can't maybe change like what actually happened in the past, but you can change everything up till that point or everything past that point. You know what I mean? Take that crazy discipline that you have had for years and excuses and in staying the same and all of that and use it to transform your entire life. You have the discipline, all of that discipline that's built up that you use to be like, oh, well, I'm too tired to show up. I'm too tired of this, blah, 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 blah. Use that to get you to get your ass up and get moving. Use it to transform your life and other people's lives around you. Use it to develop this like next level mental toughness that fights off the excuses instead of welcoming them with open arms. Okay? Start doing the things even when you don't feel like it. Start becoming someone who keeps promises to themselves. Start becoming someone who challenges herself on purpose. Make those choices. Make those investments that other people think are crazy. Allow people to think that you are crazy. Let people misunderstand you. Be willing to look crazy. Put the damn car in drive and take off the parking brake. Okay? Some of you are afraid of looking delusional or crazy, and you're never giving yourself the chance to become extraordinary. Let them not understand you. Let them judge you. Let them tell you you're posting too much. Let them be put off by your selling. Let them question you. Let them. Can you tell I'm reading the book from Mel Robbins? Let them. Let them tell you that you're doing too much and you need to slow down. Let them. Just don't let their beliefs become your reality anymore. Don't let other people's beliefs become what you take in as your reality, as your truth. It doesn't have to be your reality anymore because there are people who change, like the people who change their lives always look crazy. They always look crazy in the beginning and sometimes in the middle. And I mean, I guess sometimes in the end, but they always look crazy in the beginning until it finally works. And then people are like, what the actual hell? What did you do differently? Who the hell are you? What's happening? Right? You have to have the mental toughness to fight off this habit of playing small that you have developed. It's a mental toughness that you practice over and over and over again. You have to have this mental toughness to fight off this habit. And you only do that by showing up and practicing, by showing up and putting in the training. Okay? Because the habit that has been built for years, sometimes decades, depending on how old you are and how long you've been doing this, it's going to put up a damn good fight, as it should. It's going to put up a good fight. So be prepared. Be prepared that it's going to put up a good fight, but also continue to push through anyway and build up this capacity, this energetic capacity, and this mental toughness to fight off the habit. That mental toughness is built. It's built from the confidence that is earned through showing the hell up. It's built through the discipline of sticking to your word, doing the things that you say you're going to do, no matter what. It is built through the self-trust of showing up over and over and over again, even if you think it's not working yet. I actually just talked to a client about this today. Like, keep showing up no matter what, even if it doesn't even look like it's working, keep going because it's not going to work. It's not going to work if you do stop. So where are you in the habit of playing small? Where are you in the habit of playing small? What excuses have you become disciplined in? Where are you negotiating with your future, with your next level? What would happen if you use the same energy that you have towards excuses and all of that, actually like putting it towards your goals? What would your life look like 6 months from now if you use that same energy? If you finally got out of your head, if you finally got out of your own way, if you actually showed up for yourself, your business would explode. Your follower count, your community would grow exponentially. You'd start making money. You'd start feeling more aligned. You would start feeling like this boss bitch that you know you're meant to be. You would feel like you finally have figured out who you are and what this next level looks like. It's not just a picture in your mind anymore. It's something you can actually see. You can spend more time with your kids. You're going to be a happier person overall. Like, if you stopped playing small, if you stopped using all of these excuses to be your freaking personality. Your next level is not asking you to be perfect. I am far, far from perfect, okay? But it is asking you to stop backing out on yourself. Stop backing out on yourself. One decision could change your entire life. Like, I want you to really think about that. One decision could change your entire life. One brave action, one moment of courage, one day when you finally decide, like, I'm done playing small. I'm done with the bullshit excuses. One day. One post could change your business. It could bring in all of these new followers, all of this new community. One investment could change your confidence. It could change your business completely. One moment of courage could change your entire life. One moment, one thing. The moment that you stop negotiating with your goals, with your dreams, with your identity, with your excuses, with the actions, it's the moment that everything shifts, everything changes. It's the moment where habits of playing small transforms into the habits of being a boss bitch, no matter what. No matter what. Okay, and the thing is that, and I talked about this last week, actually probably past 2 weeks, I want to help you do that. I know I can help you do that because I have helped myself do that. I have helped myself get out of the habit of playing small. I have helped myself get out of the habit and get out of the constant negotiating with myself over and over and over again. Get out of the habit of being small, being someone who makes excuses, being someone who doesn't show up for herself. And so I have created something specifically for the woman that's like, hell yes, I need to get out of my own way. I need to stop making excuses for myself. I need to go all in. If you are that woman that's like nodding your head through this whole episode, my non-negotiables bundle is for you because it is going to help you escalate this transformation that you want. I've played small and I have decided to not invest in myself in the past. Okay. There have been times where I have not invested in myself because I'm like, well, I can do it by myself. It's fine. And it was honestly the worst mistake I think I've ever made in my business. The worst mistake because I stopped doing the things that I know I should be doing. I didn't have anybody hold me accountable. Like, my brain and your brain is so used to coddling you and telling you that it's okay to not show up. It's okay to give yourself excuses. It's okay to quit. My brain does that too. But the moment that I actually decided to take the risk, take the leap, take the jump into the like unknown of like not knowing whether this is the right thing or the wrong thing or whatever, hire a coach. All of the negotiations had to stop. I couldn't continue to negotiate with myself. Of course not. And so they did stop. The moment that I hired the coach, the moment that I hit purchase, my identity shifted into someone who takes risks, into someone who doesn't make excuses for herself anymore, into someone that has to show up because now I have a financial tie to it. And here I am a year later with a podcast, interviewing millionaires, planning retreats, celebrating wins with my clients literally every single day, coaching my ass off, being the boss bitch that I always knew I was meant to be. So that's who I created this bundle for, was for the woman that wants that too. This bundle is for the woman who is so freaking done with negotiating with her dream life. So done. It's for the woman who has decided who the hell she is, has decided it's time for her to raise her standard, has decided it's time to stop performing, stop performing this potential, this possibility, and actually start living it, has decided that it's time to break out of the habit of playing small and is ready to go all in. And if that's you, then the non-negotiables bundle is 1000% for you. Okay. This is my combination of a bundle of two of my favorite programs, the Identity Switch Protocol and the Standards of a Self-Obsessed Woman. The Standards of a Self-Obsessed Woman, we are starting in June. It is 4 weeks to help you become obsessed with yourself, with your offers, with who you're becoming, with your life, all of the things. So that way, and develop the standards of that woman. So that way she can become more obsessed. And also, so that way you have clients that are so obsessed with hiring you over and over and over again because you show up for yourself, you know who the hell you are, and you know what you have to offer. And so they're like, yes, here's my money, take it. And so that's a 4-week program that starts in June. You get that as well as Identity Switch Protocol, which is my 6-month program to help you upgrade your identity, take your life to the next level, and be the boss bitch you always knew you were meant to be, by sticking to the exact protocol that I have used myself. I'm also adding bonus modules, bonus little trainings and stuff in there next month as well. June is going to be a big month. I'm so excited. So I'm adding in extra things in there as well. But you get every day, Monday through Friday, you get daily voice notes with me to help you build up. Because I used to hate on motivation, but honestly, it's become like my BFF. I love motivation. You just have to use it in the right way. And so that's what I do. I get in your head before you have the chance to get in yours. Every single day, I do a daily voice note for my clients that are usually about 10 to 15 minutes long. They are chef's kiss, so freaking good. Anyway, and then also there is two coaching calls a month, live coaching calls via Zoom. There for me to be able to actually take on your negative things and twist them and make you see who the hell you are. Also help you through business struggles, things like that. And I have a whole Telegram week that is focused on coaching. And you get discounts with my other programs, like a heavy, heavy, crazy discount with any other program that I put out there. And you have this amazing community where we celebrate wins. There's a peer chat where people are able to go all in and ask questions, all of these things. It's just absolutely incredible. So if you are someone that needs that extra push, that needs someone to be in their ear telling them their excuses are bullshit, that they don't have time for them, that they need to step the F up and go after their dreams, this is the bundle for you. And this is actually the final week. As I'm recording this is the final week for you to join. The doors close this Friday. So it is May 26th, 2026. Today, it will close this Friday, whatever that is. What is that, the 29th? Yeah, I think so, unless I did my math wrong. Just possible. So this Friday, midnight, doors closed. Last time it's going to be on sale. I don't know if I'm going to do a bundle like this again. So that is all I have for you today. If you loved this episode, please make sure you go and share it to your stories with your takeaways and your favorite parts of what I talked about, and tag me in it too, so that way I can see who's listening, share it to my stories too, all of the things. So that is it. I hope you have the best day and the best week ever. Thank you so much for listening. I'll talk to you next week. Love you. Bye.